Jupiter, W223CJ, West Palm Beach.
Broadcasting live, this is KMA Talk Radio. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of fine cigars. With your hosts, Honest Abe and Adam K. the Brewmeister. Listen to the show anywhere in the free world at KMATalkRadio.com.
I like to smoke them like Sir Winston Churchill, like John Kennedy, yeah. Remember Coach Red Auerbach, smoked up for victory, yeah. Well, you can take my wife, you can take my car, but you can't take my big cigar.
Good morning, loyal listeners, libertarians, lovers of the leaf, and everyone out there in Radio Land. Welcome to another exciting edition of KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live back in the confines of Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. I am Adam K. the Brewmeister. With me, as always, America's host with the most, turtle lover extraordinaire, Honest Abe himself. You probably have to turn it up on the dial there. If you push that knob up, that should give you there. No, I cannot. Is that better? I can kind of hear you.
Good morning, testing.
Yeah, that one's on.
All right.
Okay, I'll just talk the show in general, just keep things going. It's going to be a very interesting episode of KMA Talk Radio. Once again, back in the confines of the studio, once again. Yes, we're back from the 300th episode. Episode 301 now. Yes, Atlanta was lovely. Had a lovely time. Shout out to Cutter Cigars and Spirits and everybody up there at Alpharetta, Georgia. We had a lovely time. Hopefully you guys are there watching again back here. Special thanks to Jose. We're taking everybody who came out, watched the show, saw everything that was going on. It was quite an ordeal. No? Trying? No? Yeah, okay. Yes, it's... Kurt Van Kemp will be here from Xikar as our Meet Your Maker for this week. It'll be a very exciting episode. Every week here at KMA Talk Radio, we like to give wonderful things away. Every week, we like to give away the Xikar Caption Contest of the Week. Congratulations to Victor Van Pelt, who won last week's Xikar Exo Cutter in the Black on Black. This week, you can win a Xikar Black on Black. Just head over to the KMA Talk Radio Facebook page. Post your best caption on the photo of, well, how best to describe this? It is Vladimir Putin, well, with a doll of himself. To get you started, well, that's one way to eat your gummies.
That's a one weird-looking doll.
That is one ugly buddy doll. Don't know what it is, but that's what happens when you have, well, in Russia, dolls make you. That's what it is, but always a good fun time. If you'd like to win a Xikar Exo Black on Black, just over the KMA Talk Radio Facebook page. Post your best caption on this week's caption contest, and we will make sure that you can have the opportunity to win a fantastic prize from our good friends over at Xikar. Every week here at KMA Talk Radio, we like to give away the Recluse Poll of the Week. Last week, we asked you what was your favorite moment in our 300 episodes. 40% of you said Lady M body painting, because, well, who doesn't like half-naked women being body painted? That's always a good idea. 27% of you said me revealing that I was in a presidential motorcade. Sorry, still can't find that photo. 18% of you said the dummy dialers. 13% of you said the 200th episode hula hooping contest. Well, you had to have enjoyed it on Periscope back in the day when that's how that was done. Congratulations to Dave Moravik of Garfield Heights, Ohio. He took home this week's 5-pack of Recluse cigars. If you'd like a 5-pack of Recluse cigars, just head over to the KMA Talk Radio Facebook page, post your best, cast your vote in this week's poll. With the U.S. men's national team missing from the World Cup, are you still interested in the World Cup? Heck yeah, the World Cup is awesome. I will probably watch a little. I wouldn't watch it even if the U.S. men's national team was in it, or where is the goalpost? All you have to do is post your best cast of your vote in this week's poll, and you can take home a 5-pack of Recluse cigars from our good friend Scott Weeks and the guys over at Recluse. Yes. So it's going to be a fun and exciting show today. Kurt Van Kemp will be here. Coop will be calling in to give us the latest update on what's happening in the news. And there's been a lot going on. Nicaragua is, well, it's a barn burner of just waiting for things to explode. So we are paved to have a very interesting discussion about what's going on there. Not to mention some other interesting things happened with the IPCPR just around the corner. Oh, yes.
And let's hope and pray that UPS doesn't go on strike as well.
Also true. Vic, excellent point. Yep. All right. Well, we're going to have a lot of great stuff to come right here on KMA Talk Radio. When we come back, keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too!
Yes, it's mandatory.
Bold and complex. That is the new Romeo San Andres by Romeo Julieta. Using the very best San Andres wrapper leaf available in the market, Rafael Nadal and AJ Fernandez collaborated together to create a new standard among San Andres cigars. Medium to full-bodied. This cigar is bountiful in both flavor and aroma. Available nationally for the first time, Romeo San Andres is a cigar you do not want to miss. Make sure to get one today at your local tobacconist. Romeo San Andres by Romeo Julieta.
Cigar enthusiasts, did you know your personal freedom to enjoy a fine cigar is affected by some form of smoking ban in all 50 states? Additionally, taxation on premium cigars is at its highest level in history, with some states taxing at an astronomical rate of 75%. Finally, there's a solution. CRA, Cigar Rights of America, is the first and only non-profit public advocacy association fighting for your freedom to enjoy a fine cigar. Don't just sit there. Become part of the solution. Become a CRA member today. Membership is only $35 a year. That's less than $3 a month. And as a special bonus, CRA will send you 2 limited edition cigars as a way to say thank you for joining. Visit cigarrights.org for more information and to become a member.
Quality and value are always the 2 biggest determining factors for consumers when making buying decisions. Casa Bella by Sindicato Cigars offers superior flavor, quality construction, and an affordable everyday price. Completely handmade in the Dominican Republic, these value-priced, smooth yet flavorful cigars are comprised of Dominican and Nicaraguan filler tobaccos, and they're available in natural and Maduro wrappers. Visit sindicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Casa Bella cigars.
The Oliva family, the makers of some of the most affordable yet highest rated premium cigars available. For 7 straight years, Cigar Aficionado has rated Oliva as one of the best cigars of the year. And Oliva has a cigar for all smokers, from the newly released Gilberto Oliva Reserva to the bold and rich Oliva Serie V. Oliva cigars can be found at a tobacconist near you, so always ask for Oliva, an unbeatable value and uncompromising quality. The Oliva family of cigars.
The recently released Perdomo Double-Aged 12-Year Vintage is an extremely rare blend of Perdomo's finest and most cherished 12-year-old fillers, binders, and wrappers. Bale-aged for 10 years and then barrel-aged in bourbon barrels for an additional 2 years, these exquisite Nicaraguan tobaccos are bursting with rich, complex flavors. Offered in Connecticut, sun-grown, or Maduro, available at only 250 authorized tobacconists worldwide, the Perdomo Double-Aged 12-Year Vintage is a must-have for every cigar enthusiast.
Monte Cristo has set the standard once again, turning back the hands of time by utilizing a long-forgotten, unique aging process that harmonizes the flavors of the wrapper, binder, and filler with the use of small pilones. Monte Cristo Epic Craft Cured is an exquisite cigar you must try now. Available nationally for the first time, Monte Cristo Epic Craft Cured features a 2006 Nicaraguan Rosado Oscuro wrapper that is both beautiful and distinctive. This cigar is a masterpiece no one should miss. Make sure you get one today at your local tobacconist. Monte Cristo Epic Craft Cured. For 500 years, Nicaragua has served as a crossroads of cultures, ever since indigenous inhabitants mocked arriving Spanish conquistadors in a colorful, costume satirical masterpiece called El Huehuense, or The Wise Man. This great dance continues today in the careful blending of Nicaragua's finest tobacco. Master blender Nicolas Melillo has worked tirelessly to create and honor the great dance of flavors in El Huehuense cigars. Visit foundationcigars.com.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too!
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live here in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. I am Adam K. the Brewmeister. With me, of course, everyone's favorite patron saint of cigars, Mr. Honest Abe himself.
Good morning. Oh, my God. Look at that.
There he is.
I never thought I'd like to hear my own voice so much.
I know. It's amazing.
Well, that was an interesting introduction to the show, but hey, good to be back.
He's back.
Yay.
Yay!
I thought maybe I got canceled for a second.
Well, you know, it is sweeps week, so they were trying to really get the best out of you.
So we didn't talk too much about our 300th episode last week.
No, we didn't.
Because I couldn't talk.
Right.
Yes. There you go.
Yeah.
But we did have a good trip to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent trip.
And big thanks to the guys up at Cutters up in Alpharetta, Georgia, man. First off, what a great shop.
Southern hospitality up the wazoo.
What a great shop, man. It was a phenomenal shop, and everybody there, Russ and his wife, and the staff, they were just awesome.
Service selection.
Oh,
yeah.
Everything was excellent.
Had a great 300th episode, walked down memory lane, and it was a lot of fun. You know, an interesting road trip back, 4 of us crammed in the car.
I don't know what you're talking about. I had a great time.
I still want to know who passed gas that one time and wouldn't admit it.
I got to tell you, that was the worst thing I think I've ever smelled in my entire life.
Yeah, it was either Paul or AJ. It came from the back. We know that. It wafted up slowly to the front of the car.
Smelled like a sewer.
Was that before or after our Gainesville breakfast?
That was before.
Really, it was before?
That was
Holy
before
cow.
that. Yeah, that was that was right near the Georgia-Florida border, if I'm not mistaken.
We had call-ins from Boris.
Yes.
One of our characters from Dummy Dollars, and Lady M got the call in. It was very cool talking to her, and it was an interesting trip. We hope to do a couple more trips this year and get out and visit some other cool, fine tobacconists across the U.S. this year.
Oh yes, because there's no road trip like a KMA road trip.
Oh yeah.
But
well, Adam's the best driver. He's like a robot. You put him behind the wheel, like he doesn't say or do anything like for 10 hours.
Adam, you need a break? Nope, I'm good.
Nope, I'm good.
I'm fine. Yeah.
I'm all right with it. I sat in the back, put my my sound dampening headphones on, and just watched a couple movies while he drove. I felt like driving Miss Daisy.
Beats.
Well, that's what I felt like too.
Yeah.
Yes, it's probably the closest I've ever felt like to being Morgan Freeman.
No, dude, you drove in a presidential motorcade.
Yeah, that's different than.
What's the difference? Driving me, it's pretty close. No.
Yeah. But anyway, as I mentioned in the intro, we did say that you are everyone's favorite turtle life-saving enthusiast. Would you like to recount us with that tale?
I forgot all about that story. So, did you hear about this?
No. You stopped and saved a life.
I was driving to work earlier this week, and the only reason why he knows is because he drove right by me, didn't even stop to see what was going on. Listen, I'm driving down the road. Now, I'm thinking there's a tire in the middle of the road, like
That's a big turtle.
That's what I thought. So I was like, "Oh, I don't want to run this tire over.
Right.
Let me get it underneath my car." And as I'm going over the turtle, I'm like, "Oh, did that just move?" So I said, "I gotta check." So I did a U-turn, came around, and sure enough, this turtle, I'm telling you, he had to be like almost 2 feet in diameter.
Was it a soft shell, a snapping turtle? We have all kinds of turtles.
I'll be honest with you, I wasn't inspecting the turtle when I found him.
Did you pick it up?
I had to. So but he did have like a pointed nose. The nose was very long and pointed.
I think that's a soft shell.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, anyways, trucks are rearing down, and this guy's crossing the street. I kid you not, like about as slow motion as it could possibly get. He was slow for a turtle. Okay. So, I'm trying to stop trucks. These guys aren't stopping. They're rearing around. Finally, one lady stops. I mean, meanwhile, I'm parked facing the wrong way in oncoming traffic in the median.
Wow.
So finally, this lady stops. I go try to pick up. I'm a little freaked out. I've never picked up a turtle, not this big, So I grab him from the back, and I didn't realize how heavy he is.
They're big.
They're heavy.
They're heavy.
So as soon as I pick him up, his back feet shoot out and start slapping my hands. I drop him, freaked out,
Yeah, because they want to scare you.
Lady's laughing in the car. Meanwhile, I'm trying not to get killed. So I pick up the turtle again, start walking across the street. There's a lake on the other side of the road. It's a 4 or 6 lane road. I get to the other side of the street. I put him down, and all of a sudden he becomes a cheetah. He runs like, I was going to take out my phone, take a video, and look at the turtle I just saved. He was like a cheetah, man. He took off for that lake like lightning speed. I'm like, why didn't you cross the street like that?
I gotta get out of here.
I don't understand. I
Guy's gonna
swear
eat
to God, if he's capable, I swear to God, if he was capable of moving that fast, why are you crossing the street, like literally, at like 1/10 of a mile an hour?
Oh, man.
So I don't film nothing. I can't. I mean, the second I put him down, literally, he darted like 30 yards in 2 seconds.
Gone.
I get back in my car. I start driving. I come to the first light, and guess who's in front of me?
Adam. The brewmeister.
Looking ahead, oblivious to him. I'm like, dude, he had no
Adam
idea what...
doesn't care.
Right?
Pretty much.
You see somebody in the road, pulled over, weird, somebody don't you get out and say, hey, what's going on? Didn't care.
You were already in the car by the time I passed you.
Did you call me and say, hey, are you okay?
has
Or you
some-
pulled over in the middle of the road, dude?
No,
dude, you're abnormal.
He has some big.
You started turning around. I was like, all right, he must have done so. I don't know what was going on, but okay.
Yeah, you're just abnormal.
He's got some stickers too that you can identify that it's definitely him.
No, he knew it was me. He saw me. He saw me getting back in the car. Not even a phone call. Is everything all right? Did you break down? Did you get the car started? Nothing.
Need a ride?
Just kept driving to work, dude. You are the most inhuman human I know. Seriously.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Strangers pulled over and said, are you all right? But,
Yeah,
that was
happens.
the turtle saving story.
There you go. So there you go. Humanitarian amongst us all, Mr. Honest Abe himself. Yeah, so there you go. Lots of fun stuff happening. It's going to be an interesting week and a fun show. Yeah.
And we're going to announce who's going to win the IG prize live on the air.
Yeah, we did like a mega giveaway in celebration of our 300th episode. I mean, I got a bag full of, I don't know, looks like over 20 cigars, probably close to 25, 30, of cigars of various guests that have come on the show.
39 cigars in that
Is it
bag.
really 39 in this
Yep.
bag?
39 in that bag?
Yeah, well, don't hold him to it, so if you get 36, don't call us yelling.
39 total, here, and here.
Oh, all together.
Plus this
So you got this huge bag of cigars.
That makes
Yeah,
40.
you can
All
put
right.
that right in that camera.
Am I in the right camera?
Yep, you're in the right camera.
And then we got these Infinity Blast, sponsor of KMA Talk Radio. These things actually work. I keep one in my car. In fact, I smoked a little bit in the bathroom in the hotel room, so I used it in the bathroom. Works pretty good. So far I haven't got a call on a fine. So, Infinity Blast, we got like a mini Yeti coffee cup. Is this part of the price too, or is that separate?
This
Separate.
was the Xikar prize
Got it.
for the
We
winner.
got some cigar props, an archetype. I got a very cool box of Farm to Factory. These cigars are produced at the Natsa factory, and Lou Rothman signed it when he was on our show.
Hey.
So that's pretty cool. And then after we had made all this, Steve Saka of Dunbarton Trust and Tobacco, and we got T-shirts behind me, stuff too. But Steve Saka got on the post and said, hey, I want to contribute. So he put up this is a $100 cigar. What do you make, only 1,000 of these supposedly, or 700?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. This is a $100 cigar. It's a Muestra de Saka Unicorn. So one of these in the... Nice job. You pulled the camera down. I hope that wasn't the camera you were on.
That was the one we were on.
Of course. Good job. Good job. So you're going to get a $100 Muestra de Saka, all included in this package. AJ's been running a, your cord is connected to that in case you start pulling again. AJ ran an Instagram promotion.
Yeah.
So are you going to announce the winner?
Absolutely.
Can we get a drum roll? Do you have a drum roll? Not a drum roll ready? Let's do a sound effect. Adam, do a drum roll for us.
Boom, 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 boom,
There you go.
boom, 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 boom,
Our
boom,
randomly
boom, boom, boom,
selected
boom, boom,
Look at
winner,
that.
thank you for all your
I
support
kind of want to win.
and participation.
I'm trying to control cameras too. I got a couple things going on.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Who's the winner?
BK58TX. I believe that is Brenda Scott. Congratulations.
Brenda Scott. Do you know where Brenda's from?
Texas.
Texas. Brenda, congratulations. You are our winner of this. Oh, there's some Texas music.
That's-
All right.
that works.
No,
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Breaking Bad.
Hey, listen, I'm just happy I can hear myself. So, Brenda, congratulations. You won this awesome package. Very cool stuff. And after the break, it'll be interesting. We're going to have Kurt Keppel of, I don't know, it's still Xikar, formerly of Xikar.
I wonder what they're calling themselves now. Are they still
Founder
doing
of
that?
Xikar, but we're gonna find
good
out
questions.
We're gonna find out exactly what Kurt Kempel's status is. How long ago was it? About 8 months ago?
Yeah,
6 months
at
ago,
least
yeah.
right before the end of the year.
Yeah, Xikar got.
They got it in just under the budget for 2017.
Yeah,
so.
they got acquired by a local company called Quality Importers. So we're gonna talk to Kurt and see whether he's ready for retirement or what's going on, if he's still working, and what's
What I want to know is, did he spoil himself? Did he go out there? Did he treat himself?
splurge, buy something big.
Did you buy something crazy?
If you ever like won the lottery and you won $5 million, what would you splurge on?
Oh, that's a good question.
Nothing. Just say it, because I know it's nothing. 99% of the
A
men.
house, a car, cigars.
99% of the men.
Easy.
99% of every man I know could have came up with an answer in 3 seconds. Maybe not his final answer, but would have said something pretty fast. Can't think of anything, can you?
No, I would.
Pretty empty up
I'd
there.
buy a brewery.
Stop working for your boss.
That was the one thing I said he'd get a brew thing. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He'd get a brew thing.
I'd buy a brewery.
Yeah.
Yeah, or at least start a brewery somewhere.
That's cool.
What would you do?
I would. That's a really good question. I would want to start my own motorsports business.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Motorsport, not cigars. A little surprised.
It would be either or. It'd be
You
either
could
or.
be the first
That just came out first.
cigar motorsport
bar.
Yeah.
You could have like 3-wheelers on the showroom floor and a cigar bar and a humidor all in one
Property
building.
to ride.
It'd be a first, I'm pretty sure.
Humidor.
A little track in the
Bar.
back. Yeah, there you go. And you could throw your brewery in, and you two could live happily ever after.
There we go.
There we go. Perfect.
Yeah, that sounds like a great plan.
All right.
I'm definitely going to keep up with that. It seems like a good idea.
Go.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. All right. When we come back, we will see what's going on with Kurt Van Kempel from Xikar right here on KMA Talk Radio, episode 301. Off to start off on all the new episodes to get to 400. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Hey, Kimasabi. Dan Blunt here for Alec Bradley Cigars. Do you really want to hear another cigar ad that talks about wrappers and fillers and binders and aging and ratings? Blah, blah, blah. Tell you what, pick up an Alec Bradley cigar. Smoke it. Enjoy it. Spend an hour with it, and you'll be one happy camper. That's all you need to know. We'll talk to you again real soon.
If you had to pack a go bag, what would go in it? For Pepe Mendez, it was his rare Pilotico tobacco seeds, which he personally carried to the Dominican Republic half a century ago. In tribute, we introduced the Monte Cristo Pilotico Pepe Mendez, a robust cigar with nutty, leathery notes and a slow burn that marks the rebirth of a golden age. Try the new Monte Cristo at your local cigar lounge, and you may want to pack one to go too. Surgeon General warning, tobacco smoke increases the risk of lung cancer and heart disease even in non-smokers.
Make sure you try all of Caldwell's lines, including Long Live the King, Blind Man's Bluff, and Eastern Standard, which were all awarded 91 ratings by Cigar Aficionado and Cigar Snob. Do not forget the 93-rated King is Dead, which earned a spot in the top 25 cigars of the year last year by Cigar Aficionado. You can find more information by following Caldwell Cigar Company on Facebook. If you're not running with us, run from us. We own the night. Caldwell Cigar Company.
Cigar enthusiasts, did you know your personal freedom to enjoy a fine cigar is affected by some form of smoking ban in all 50 states? Additionally, taxation on premium cigars is at its highest level in history, with some states taxing at an astronomical rate of 75%. Finally, there's a solution. CRA, Cigar Rights of America, is the first and only non-profit public advocacy association fighting for your freedom to enjoy a fine cigar. Don't just sit there. Become part of the solution. Become a CRA member today. Membership is only $35 a year. That's less than $3 a month. And as a special bonus, CRA will send you 2 limited edition cigars as a way to say thank you for joining. Visit cigarrights.org for more information and to become a member.
Joya de Nicaragua proudly announces the release of Cuatro Cinco Reserva Especial, a carefully modified recipe containing a unique and exceptional selection of barrel-aged grade A fillers and a beautiful silky shade-grown Habano wrapper. From the legendary Jalapa Valley, produced in small quantities, this exceptional medium to full-bodied cigar will continue to captivate consumers with its rich Nicaraguan complexity, subtle woody and sweet flavors, and a velvety finish. Try a Cuatro Cinco Reserva Especial today.
Since the dawn of time, the universe has been constantly evolving. Now experience the evolution of flavor. Sindicato Cigars, available in Ecuadorian shade-grown Corojo and San Andres Marron wrappers, are beautifully crafted by master blender Arsenio Ramos. Using a double-leaf binder and meticulously box-pressed, Sindicato Cigars provide the perfect draw to deliver the evolved flavors you won't soon forget. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Sindicato Cigars.
CLE Cigar Company presents CLE Cigars, Aroa Cigars, and Asylum Cigars. With 4 generations and over 120 years of experience in tobacco. From seed to smoke, these cigars are produced in Honduras and Nicaragua with the utmost care and precision possible. CLE Cigar Company introduces a vast array of tobaccos in various sizes to bring the highest quality of premium tobacco direct for your enjoyment. Visit clecigars.com for more information.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live here in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. I am Adam K., the Brewmeister. With me, of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Honest Abe himself.
Good morning, America. And Australia and everybody else in the world.
Yes.
I haven't seen Michael Pincini on this morning. He's probably
watching the World Cup. Australia.
That's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's watching the World Cup. KMA lost out to the World Cup.
No spoilers. I have to catch up after the show.
Me too.
Oh, good. I'm going to make sure I find out and tell you.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
I avoided spoilers
It's the least
all
I could
day
do.
yesterday for the Spain-Portugal match. And it was
I'm
a great
going to
match.
Google it now. Find out all the scores.
Let's not do that.
Text them to you.
Thanks, I appreciate that. I'll just make sure
Absolutely.
not to look at my phone and keep it on silent for the remainder of the show.
Oh, I'll tell you, don't worry.
And with that, it's time for what we consider to be our favorite part of the show.
I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell.
It's time to meet your maker.
This week, KMA is pleased to welcome back longtime partner in crime, frequent guest, and just all-around quality
Come
guy.
up with this stuff.
I made it up on the top of my head.
Long-time partner in crime. Okay.
Yeah, he's been a long time, ever since day one. Xikar has been a
Xikar has
supporter
been a sponsor.
of
Yes.
KMA.
I didn't know that was crime, but yeah, go ahead.
Partner in crime, yeah.
There you go. It works. It works.
All right, Kurt Van Keppel. Kurt, welcome back to KMA Talk Radio.
Partner in crime. I love it. Thanks for the welcome back. I apologize for my delay.
No delay whatsoever.
Not whatsoever. You are right on time.
Your
right when
timing
we-
is impeccable.
Yeah. So, Kurt, how is everything in Kansas City?
Hot. You know, people say the South is hot. Well, it's hot here too, but it's good. Everything's great. We're looking forward to our big annual trade show coming up a little bit early this year, just in a couple of weeks. And as usual, we have a bunch of new products to introduce to the trade at the show, and then rolling them out, shipping them out starting in mid-July through probably the end of August.
Interesting,
So,
you brought
exciting
that.
stuff.
Interesting, you brought that up because I mean I was going to get into it later, but since you already brought it up, I mean obviously a couple of years ago you came out with the XO, trying to revolutionize the way cutters are.
Actually, we got one right here in the studio.
Got one right there in the studio.
Let me see.
But so, what are you coming out with that's going to revolutionize the way people cut and light cigars, Kurt?
Well, I'll tell you what. We have three new lighter models coming on the cutter side, and I don't know if you guys have perceived over time that we tend to do an every other year development in cutters and lighters and cutters and lighters.
Mm-hmm.
So naturally, we've got line extensions coming in each one of our existing models. So you'll see some new colors on the XO, for example. A couple changes like black blades on the XI. One silver, black blades on the XI1 red, and that's just kind of standard what we do, just change it up and keep it interesting. But as far as completely new innovation, this year is really the year for lighters, and we've got, we did the quad flame last year. This year we have a new triple coming out that is really kind of a cross between our high performance look and sort of tactical, to tell you the truth. It's got a really good ergonomic shape, and it's kind of elongated with the blade of flame triple that has the angled flames. So excited about that. We've got a flat flame coming this year, a single flat flame. And I don't know if you guys have ever used this. There's been a couple of single flat flames on the market already. This one is super ergonomic, and that flat flame just lights a cigar really quickly with only one flame. So you've got a lot of precision and the speed of having more flames.
So I got to ask, regardless of whatever the model is, you know, like if I'm doing a T-shirt run, no matter what the T-shirt is, whether it's KMA shirts or some other event, I always have a formula in how I order because, you know, there's very few mediums. There's large, extra large, and double X is the bulk. That's the majority. Few 3Xs. Across all your model cutters, what's the number one selling cutter? I'm just going to assume it'd be black.
Yeah, the number one. And by the way, that has changed and will continue to change over time just because of trends. So the number one selling cutter for the first, Abe, when we both first got in this business 20-something years ago, was silver. Easily silver, and by far silver. And gunmetal almost didn't exist. Gunmetal was back then gold. And then gold faded, gunmetal exploded, and yet still black has always been the number two, tied with another one, And right now, it's black and gunmetal sort of tied.
Really?
Depending on the model, and we've sort of enhanced that by doing, black body with gunmetal accents and stuff like that to make it even. But the hot color right now is what we call automotive red or high performance red.
Oh,
that sort of metallic,
like Ferrari red,
metallic burgundy. Yeah, the Ferrari red, and even darker than that. And so that's the new hot color. And every time we come out with a model in that color, it just sells like crazy.
Just curious, does it tend to match with the lighter? So if this color's hot in the colors in the cutters, is the same color typically hot in the lighter?
Yes, definitely.
It is.
Definitely.
So they usually match up.
And then I'll add one more thing. We've noticed over time that 3 colors in a model series is not enough, and 5 colors is probably one too many.
Wow.
But 4 colors tends to not capture the attention of 5. So it's always a tug of war to have the right number of models for the consumer's taste, and yet have limit the models so we're not just overloading our own inventory or overloading the retail store sales.
I love the logistics and statistics of stuff like this. I could talk for hours.
Well, there's one more anecdote, and gold is my favorite example. Gold no longer exists you rarely see it today, but 20 years ago, every model of every cutter and lighter had a gold. And
literally,
gold was always the slowest seller, and yet we had to have gold. And why? Because it attracts the eye and it sells the other product. So, whenever a retailer might say, "Yeah, but that gold doesn't sell, I don't want it," and I'd say, and I would always reply, and this is true: if you don't have gold, all the other color sales slow down. And that is today true for red and for blue and some of the other, catch your eye colors. Rose gold is super popular right now, by the way.
What about the matte black? Did you guys just recently come out with that, or?
Yeah, we've got another lighter coming this year called the Turismo, which is going to replace our old Enigma lighter and also replace the Axia. So it's a double guillotine with a flip top and a pull down button, and it's got matte finish side handles and then gloss finish body, and the side handles protect the body. So it's really interesting.
Look forward to seeing
very ergonomic. Yeah, it's cool.
Your XO cutters double as a fidget spinner for me. Whoever's winning this cutter just probably lost 200 clicks on it, because I'm sitting here and I cannot help myself by opening and closing it. I've been doing it this whole show so far. I got to put it down. They're getting a used lighter now.
Please take it away.
I love that you love it. Yeah, that's hilarious.
It is. I'm seeing every time I grab one, whether it's mine or somebody else's. If someone lends me that to cut my cigar, I don't give it back, and I'll just sit there and play with his cutter.
I do it with the XI3s as well.
Yeah,
can't help but push the button.
Yeah.
You're right. The XI3,
well,
XI2s.
That's in fact my very first trade show in '98. I had half a booth. I had 4 linear feet of a table, and I shared a booth. Yeah, and I just stood there and clicked the XI1 cutter open back and forth all day long for 3 days, and that's how it captured people's attention.
It does. It absolutely does. Is that you, Colin?
Yeah.
Colin, we got a soundbite of your cutter.
Yeah, right.
So last time we had you on, I think that we had him on after the acquisition. Didn't we?
No, this is the first time.
This is the first time we've had you on. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
So are you? How's life been? Are you looking to be retired soon? Is the plan? Are you staying involved? What's the scoop?
Oh yeah, I'm very involved. In fact, I just came off the road yesterday. I was in Houston and then in Pittsburgh, and next week I'll be in Chicago and the New York area, and getting around with our reps, making sure that they are integrating the Quality Importers products, which under the family of brands are things like Paleo and Stinky Ashtray and a lot of humidors that you see in retail shops that maybe don't have a brand. So making sure that's getting integrated into their sales pitches, and that they're doing justice, the same sort of justice that that they do to Xikar and that they do for Xikar.
Now,
and so it's going great. I'm really enjoying myself, and I got to tell you, not having ownership pressure, wow, what a pleasure.
Well, I mean, Kurt, is this a transitional involvement? Like, are you just staying on to help the transition? I mean, most people, if they're fortunate enough in a lifetime to build a company and build something of tremendous value that hopefully one day they could sell, they pretty much sell to kind of say, all right, I'm going to chill out. I'm going to enjoy the fruits of my labors and relax. I mean, is that in the near horizon, or are you really planning on staying involved for a long haul?
It's a great question, and it's one that I get asked frequently, and I've thought a tremendous amount about. And I never got in this for the money. I got in it for I love to work, and I love the industry, and I love the product and the brand that we produced. And so
making
I'm
money
super
never
dedicated to that. What's that?
Making money never hurts.
And then if mathematically at the end of the day you get some dollars out of the deal, that's good too.
Amen. Yeah.
So I'll tell you, and it sounds almost like a platitude, but as long as I can add value and contribute to the growth, and we have big growth plans, and we have a major announcement coming at the show. Actually, a couple of major announcements, and if as long as I can contribute to those growth plans, and I feel that that my contributions are valued, I'm in. I mean, the reason I was willing to sell at all, and it's no secret, is that I was not willing to make the sorts of investments that growth in this day and age require. I mean, it's not like the business is growing organically 10 to 15% a year, so it takes major investment on all our company's parts to grow the business. And I realized, Abe, hey, if I'm not willing to invest in its growth, then I'm impeding its growth.
That's true.
And that's why I said to myself, well, then I got to get out of the way, and found some people that were willing to take it to the next level and commit the big dollars that it takes to do that. And so I'm sort of enjoying the ride, quite a tremendous amount.
Well, that's a very interesting thing. All right, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll find out after the sale if Kurt splurged on anything or spoiled himself when we come back. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too!
Yes, it's mandatory.
Mike Bellady has collaborated with industry legends Don Pepin Garcia, Manuel Quesada, and Ernesto Perez Carrillo to make some of the industry's most highly touted cigars. Through his company, MLB Cigars, Mike brings you 4 incredible and unique blends: Imperia, Imperia Islero, Imperia Aventador, and the David P. Ehrlich Tremont. MLB Cigars are made with the best minds in the industry. Visit us at MLBCigarVentures.com and follow us on social media. Imperia and David P. Ehrlich Cigars. Developed by legends, smoked by connoisseurs.
Hi, this is Rocky Patel, and I'd like to invite you to try one of our decade cigars. This premier cigar received a 95 rating from Cigar Aficionado, one of the highest ratings ever afforded by that magazine. It's a beautiful Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper with fillers from Nicaragua and Honduras. This cigar is medium to full-bodied, rich, complex, yet elegant and well-balanced. I promise you, you're going to love the decade. Try it.
When Dominican passion, artistry, and skill combine with 114 years of family legacy, you don't just have a cigar, you have the cigar. Whether you love the mild, flavorful La Aurora 1987 Connecticut, the spicy 1962 Corojo, or the always smooth, sweet La Aurora 1903 Cameroon, you aren't just enjoying a part of history, you're lighting your own legacy. Flavor, value, family. Be a part of something. Look to the lion. Smoke La Aurora. We are Dominican defined.
Looking for something unique and awesome? Smoke Oscar Valderas cigars. 2012 Connecticut, 2012 Corojo, 2012 Maduro, the Oscar Habano, the Oscar Maduro, My Way, and our latest creation, Oscar Valderas Cicerone Edition. A great cigar that comes in 5 different collectible boxes with an amazing exclusive artwork. Remember, Oscar has something unique and awesome waiting for you. Ask for Oscar Cigars in your favorite cigar shop.
Since the dawn of time, the universe has been constantly evolving. Now experience the evolution of flavor. Sindicato Cigars, available in Ecuadorian shade-grown Corojo and San Andres Marron wrappers, are beautifully crafted by master blender Arsenio Ramos. Using a double-leaf binder and meticulously box-pressed, Sindicato Cigars provide the perfect draw to deliver the evolved flavors you won't soon forget. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Sindicato Cigars.
To affinity and beyond. That is where Affinity Cigars will take you. These mild to medium cigars use only the finest select high-grade Ecuadorian Connecticut tobacco, creating a cigar that delivers a smooth, rich, creamy smoke with the gentleness of a mother's touch. Affinity Cigars have become America's go-to cigar for that flavorful yet unintimidating smoking experience. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer.
Insurance companies have a very unique business model that the general public doesn't understand. Insurance companies make profit only one way, taking in premiums and paying out less on claims than they take in premiums. In doing this, they oftentimes deny legitimate people with viable claims fair compensation.
We know accidents happen. They happen every day. The good thing about insurance is it helps people do the right thing when they've caused accidents. You know, if I cause an accident, the first thing I want to do is make sure the person is okay, the person's taken care of. The insurance gives us the ability to do the right thing. Unfortunately, the insurance company treats people like statistics instead of human beings. And that's why you need an experienced attorney to make sure the insurance company does the right thing.
Laws. Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio. Broadcasting live here in Palm Beach Gardens, Rhode Island. Adam K, the Brewmeister. With me, of course, Honest Abe.
I just want to give a big shout out to Alec Bradley Cigars, one of the newest sponsors of the KMA radio show.
I heard that ad earlier.
Wasn't that cool? It was a different ad. Definitely
Yeah.
caught my attention. That's how I remembered. I forgot to say something in the last segment, but yeah. Welcome to the KMA family, Alec Bradley Cigars.
Yes. Make sure you find Alec Bradley near you.
In fact, I just got a new sample. Don't know much about it. Just came in the mail without really kind of much of an explanation, but I guess they're working on a project called Alec and Bradley.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw the post about that.
I guess both the boys are involved in making the cigar. I mean, that's what I'm assuming, but hopefully you get the rest of that story soon and we'll share it with you folks. But
Absolutely.
I guess, yeah, Alec Bradley's working on a new project called Alec and Bradley, so...
Sometimes you got to add an ampersand.
Yeah, it never hurts. It never hurts.
And we're in the middle of our Meet Your Maker segment with Kurt Van Kempel of Xikar. Before we went to break, Kurt, we teased, so did you spoil yourself after the sale? Did you splurge on something?
You know, my son said to me, "Hey, Dad, you ought to go out and get one of those Porsche Caymans that you love." And my answer to him was, "You know, Willem, a funny thing happens on the way to 50, which is just as soon as you might be able to afford it, I no longer want it so much as I used to." So I've been splurging on travel. Julie and I have gone to Mexico 3 times this year, just on holiday. We've traveled coast to coast, and we're just kind of. I'm doing one of those things where I'm splitting my vacation across weekends and doing 4-day quick trips.
Yeah,
so that's
nice.
my splurge. I love travel. Yeah,
Good for you.
And great restaurants.
Well, did the transition give you more time? I mean, are you? I mean, look, I know as a self-proprietor, my hours, there's no clock. I don't punch in. I don't punch out. I work whenever I'm needed to work, have to work. A lot of times, sometimes when I don't have to work. Are you finding yourself a little more free time?
Yeah, you know, amongst the jobs that I used to have, Abe, which was CEO, president, chief marketing officer, and also head of sales, and then I had others in finance and operations. I no longer have the CEO role. Mike Giordano's got that, and you know Mike, and he's so capable. And in fact, his acumen with numbers is just unbelievable. And then Mike Salucci, who you well know, used to be president of a cigar company in the trade. He is a great strategic thinker and really a visionary and has lots of great ideas. So I don't have to do either the CEO or the president role anymore. In fact, people come to me for a decision, and I'm like, guys, two pieces of advice. Number one, I'll give you advice, take responsibility, ownership of your role, and then if you can't figure it out after that, go talk to Salucci about it. And that yes, I have more time. I have more time.
I swear.
But you know, it's an opportunity for everybody in the organization to step up. And the good news is I see people doing it.
I swear, just hearing you say that, just says, oh, that'd be so nice for me. Like 9 out of 10 times, if I could just take those big issues and say, yeah, go talk to Bob. Go talk to Bob about it. Yeah. I'm gonna make a sign in my office next week. Big problem? Talk to Bob. I'm not even gonna tell anybody who Bob is. Let's see if that buys me like a couple days of peace and tranquility.
We can only hope
Hey,
so.
on our innovations, I just remembered I forgot to mention something that is huge, and that is our new high-performance butane, which I know you guys have used and sell.
Excellent product.
It's really, I know. So for those out there in Kiss My Ash land, in the Kiss My Ash radio world, this butane works at high altitude, and not regular butane really doesn't, particularly in a single flame lighter. And that's how we discovered it. We were formulating for high altitude, and then we discovered that at low altitudes, it makes regular flames, tall flames, and it makes lighters. It'll rejuvenate what you think is a deceased lighter. So this stuff is incredible.
Hey, let me tell you something about that stuff. I was driving down Alligator Alley about a month ago. Didn't have my cell phone, ran out of gas, didn't know what to do. I took a can of that butane, fueled up the truck, and it got me to the nearest gas station. That's how good that fuel is.
I've used that fluid on an older lighter that didn't really work well, and I tell you what, it went from clicking 2-3 times to once every time.
It cleared it up.
Cleared
Probably
it all
cleaned
up.
it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible. So we're coming out with the small can. You know, we have two can sizes. One is 2 ounces, the other is 8 ounces. And we're coming out with that butane in the small size this year, and really trying to get it around and at a good price point for everybody to enjoy.
We need a supersize.
Ooh,
absolutely.
Supersize it.
I'm always a fan of that.
So now I'm very curious about this as somebody who is self-employed and may have to face some of these decisions. Hopefully one day myself. When there's an acquisition of this type, half the time the values and the synergies, and the synergies are basically when stuff can get consolidated, so we don't need 2 offices, 2 the same positions, whatever. Obviously, from the person that I know you are, and the employer, I'm sure the type of employer that you are, were you concerned about what was going to happen? First off, typically in synergies, people get laid off, let go, because most companies don't need 2 of the same positions. So obviously, you have a CEO, they have a CEO. You have an accountant, they have an accountant. How did that factor into play? And then is Xikar eventually going to get relocated to South Florida? And then what happens with you when that happens? I don't think you plan on moving down here to the sunny state, do you?
That's funny. You know what? I love Florida, and I love visiting Florida. How about that for an answer? I think there's 2 kinds of synergies. There's the true sense of the word, which I equate to mean opportunities, and then there's the euphemism for synergies, i.e., layoff synergies,
right.
Opportunities to cash out some more net income. The neat part about this acquisition, you might call it, but when you're talking about operational synergies, it's really a merger of 2 companies, because QI has a method of buying that really drives out costs in a very fair way. So suddenly we're already getting cost advantages that we hadn't seen, and they've got all of these good brands at value price points that Xikar as a brand just doesn't play in. We don't sell anything under $30. So and there's a huge market in that area. So Xikar needed both of those things desperately. And then QI didn't have an outside sales force. They didn't have a big marketing team. They didn't have a product development, engineering, and quality teams.
That's a good point.
And so
the two companies actually turn out to be very complementary, and as per the original promise, no changes whatsoever year one, and that remains true. With just some natural attrition, and then beyond that, the intention is to keep a satellite office in Kansas City, particularly surrounding design and marketing. Of course, there are some things that eventually need to come under one roof, like operations, finance, and sales to a certain extent. And when I say sales, I really mean, the sales management needs to, and inside sales probably needs to be out of one office. But I don't see all of that rolling out for a while. And then just to say it, Abe, how do you guarantee anybody their job beyond a year or two?
No, you can't. You can't. I just was wondering how heavy that was in your decision-making process, because, especially guys who've been in business as long as you have a lot of people who've been with you a long time, and and I'm like obviously you've factored it out that it'd be a year, so you thought it through. But so your long-term goals, you're staying in Kansas City then?
Yeah, I'm going to stay in Kansas City, and I'm more than happy to travel to the extent necessary. And there will be a design office in Kansas City, and marketing, a bit of marketing here. In other words, strategic level marketing and that kind of thing. So,
cool.
yeah, I think that it's a virtual world.
Kurt, I hate to cut you off, but I am up against the hard out.
Oh, there you go.
We will come back.
No problem.
We will have the scoop with Coop and more with Kurt Van Keppel when we come back. Keep it lit.
Win a date with Adam K. the Brewmeister.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
A lot of people going to get hurt.
Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory. KMA Talk Radio.
Let lucky number 13 hit for you this Saturday night as Spearmint Rhino presents their 13th year anniversary party. Gang, it's Dano here for the party that refuses to end. It's nonstop, and bet on this Saturday night as their biggest yet, as Spearmint Rhino is giving away $1,300 every hour from midnight until 3 a.m. That's huge, but it's just part of the fun because the drinks are flowing with an open bar from 9 until 11, and the hottest women in the Palm Beaches will be showcasing their skills with $13 dances throughout the evening. But wait, there's more. How about a free buffet and VIP card giveaway? Oh, you want more? Let those women take your fantasies to the next level with Stripper Roulette. The biggest party to hit the Palm Beaches is Spearmint Rhino's 13-year anniversary party with $1,300 an hour to be given away this Saturday night, June 16th, and it's only at the Spearmint Rhino Gentlemen's Club, corner of Okeechobee and Military Trail, West Palm Beach.
WSVU North Palm Beach, W240CI North Palm Beach, W295BJ Jupiter, W223CJ West Palm Beach.
Once in a lifetime, something comes along that changes the game. That time is now. The Blast by Infinity is the most advanced, scientifically proven multi-purpose protectant on the market today. The Blast eliminates all smoke and odor on contact and creates a long-lasting barrier of protection. The Blast works on clothing, textiles, and hard surfaces. Water-based, non-toxic, hypoallergenic, 100% guaranteed. Safe for human and pets. Visit InfinityOdorShield.com.
Nestor Miranda has always believed it's not just cigars, it's a lifestyle. And the Nestor Miranda collection is handmade at My Father Cigars in Esteli, Nicaragua for your lifestyle. It doesn't matter if you're smooth like the Connecticut, mellow as a Habano, bold like the Maduro, or spicy like the all-new Corojo. The Nestor Miranda collection is blended with your lifestyle in mind. 4 sizes, 4 blends, 1 life. Celebrate your lifestyle with the cigars of the Nestor Miranda collection today.
Cigar enthusiasts, did you know your personal freedom to enjoy a fine cigar is affected by some form of smoking ban in all 50 states? Additionally, taxation on premium cigars is at its highest level in history, with some states taxing at an astronomical rate of 75%. Finally, there's a solution. CRA, Cigar Rights of America, is the first and only non-profit public advocacy association fighting for your freedom to enjoy a fine cigar. Don't just sit there. Become part of the solution. Become a CRA member today. Membership is only $35 a year. That's less than $3 a month. And as a special bonus, CRA will send you 2 limited edition cigars as a way to say thank you for joining. Visit cigarrights.org for more information and to become a member.
The Oliva family, the makers of some of the most affordable yet highest rated premium cigars available. For 7 straight years, Cigar Aficionado has rated Oliva as one of the best cigars of the year. And Oliva has a cigar for all smokers, from the newly released Gilberto Oliva Reserva to the bold and rich Oliva Serie V. Oliva cigars can be found at a tobacconist near you, so always ask for Oliva, an unbeatable value and uncompromising quality. The Oliva family of cigars.
A brand more than 100 years in the making, Particulares was established in Havana, Cuba in 1895, operating as an elite factory that would later introduce the world to classic brands such as Byron, Particulares, and even Monte Cristo. Now, Sindicato Cigars is proud to bring this historic brand back to life, partnering with the legendary Topsa factory in Esteli, Nicaragua, to reimagine this Cuban classic as a modern-day Nicaraguan puro. Transport yourself to a bygone era of Cuban nostalgia with Particulares by Sindicato. For more information, visit Sindicato.com.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too!
Yes, it's mandatory.
Monitor 3 humidors at once from one simple device. Caring for your cigars is easy with the new PuroTemp wireless hygrometer from Xikar. You now have the ability to monitor the humidity and temperature in 3 humidors without even having to open them. Ensure protection by setting simple alerts that will warn you when your cigars are not in the optimal environment. Like everything Xikar, this is backed by their lifetime warranty. Stop by your local tobacconist to purchase yours today. Xikar, for life.
To affinity and beyond. That is where Affinity Cigars will take you. These mild to medium cigars use only the finest select high-grade Ecuadorian Connecticut tobacco, creating a cigar that delivers a smooth, rich, creamy smoke with the gentleness of a mother's touch. Affinity Cigars have become America's go-to cigar for that flavorful yet unintimidating smoking experience. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer.
The Oliva family, the makers of some of the most affordable yet highest rated premium cigars available. For 7 straight years, Cigar Aficionado has rated Oliva as one of the best cigars of the year. And Oliva has a cigar for all smokers, from the newly released Gilberto Oliva Reserva to the bold and rich Oliva Serie V. Oliva cigars can be found at a tobacconist near you, so always ask for Oliva, an unbeatable value and uncompromising quality. The Oliva family of cigars.
The recently released Perdomo Double-Aged 12-Year Vintage is an extremely rare blend of Perdomo's finest and most cherished 12-year-old fillers, binders, and wrappers. Bale-aged for 10 years and then barrel-aged in bourbon barrels for an additional 2 years, these exquisite Nicaraguan tobaccos are bursting with rich, complex flavors. Offered in Connecticut, sun-grown, or Maduro, available at only 250 authorized tobacconists worldwide, the Perdomo Double-Aged 12-Year Vintage is a must-have for every cigar enthusiast.
Monte Cristo has set the standard once again, turning back the hands of time by utilizing a long-forgotten, unique aging process that harmonizes the flavors of the wrapper, binder, and filler with the use of small pilones. Monte Cristo Epic Craft Cured is an exquisite cigar you must try now. Available nationally for the first time, Monte Cristo Epic Craft Cured features a 2006 Nicaraguan Rosado Oscuro wrapper that is both beautiful and distinctive. This cigar is a masterpiece no one should miss. Make sure you get one today at your local tobacconist. Monte Cristo Epic Craft Cured.
Awarded the 2014 Nicaraguan Cigar of the Year with numerous 90-plus ratings, the Perdomo 20th Anniversary Cigar celebrates Tabacalera Perdomo's 20 years as one of Nicaragua's largest premium cigar manufacturers. Using only the highest priming tobaccos grown exclusively by the Perdomo family, the 20th Anniversary Cigar has a tremendous profile with layer upon layer of rich, elegant, complex flavors. Visit your nearest authorized tobacconist today and experience the masterful blend of these Nicaraguan puros, now available in extremely limited edition pyramid size in sun-grown or Maduro.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too!
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live here in the sunny South Florida. I am Adam K., the Brewmeister. With me, of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Honest Abe.
Hello.
Hello.
Was I talking while we were on the air?
No.
Okay.
This time, maybe.
I was chattering, I can't tell.
It's all right. It all happens to the best of us.
That's right.
We cannot be Howard Stearns.
Okay.
Anyway, we are here talking with Kurt Van Kempel of Xikar before we went to the break. Kurt, thank you for calling in, joining us today, all the way from Kansas City.
My great pleasure.
Kirk, real quick, we had a question from a customer.
On our Facebook Live?
On
fan.
Facebook Live, a fan.
Yes.
And he asked, how high does that fuel actually work? At what altitude has it been tested?
I think a better question would be at what level does it really become effective?
Okay.
And is there a limit to the altitude? I think that's a more informative question that our listeners could use. Is there a number or a limitation to that fuel?
No, not that we've discovered yet. And in fact, it was we developed the fuel in collaboration with our good customer Stag Tobacconist in Colorado Springs, from whom we had and Colorado Springs is at 6,500 feet, and we had heard even from Denver customers over time that single flame lighters didn't work well in altitude, and our approach to that for a long time was to try to do something with the lighter itself, and the reason why single flames don't work all that well is they have one single chimney, which doesn't allow sufficient fuel-air mixture to ignite the flame.
A chimney.
So then Tom, the manager at Stag in Colorado Springs, and I know you know Veronica over there, Abe. Tom said to us one day, "You know what? I think it might be the fuel. You guys ought to try reformulating your fuel for altitude." And we basically replied, well, we'll look into that. And we did, and in fact, he was right. So all the credit goes to Tom for the idea, and it's been tested up on top of Pikes Peak nearby. So I'd say it's good. What is Pikes Peak? 12 to 14. So it's good way up high.
So basically, next up, you're going to be traveling to Everest to try it out in Nepal and see if it works in Everest. Is that the next goal?
You know, I like to travel, and I even like the notion of adventure travel, but my notion of adventure travel involves a little more luxury than that today.
So
not so much hardship.
So you're not going to rough it, is what you're trying to say?
I'm not roughing it. No, not that much. I mean, if they help you get up there and they've got a bar at the top, I'm all in.
Wiser words have never been said. Well said, Kurt. All right, Kurt, we look forward to hearing everything you guys have coming out at the trade show. Thanks for being our guest today on KMA Talk Radio.
Always good having you on, Kurt.
And I know we will talk to you soon. Make sure you check out all the wonderful products at Xikar that are guaranteed for life.
Thank you, guys.
That was Kurt Van Kempel of Xikar. Make sure you check a lot of great stuff coming out from them. And now let's see what's going on with The Scoop with Coop.
Hey, yo, what's my theme music?
The Scoop with Coop. Breaking industry news. Hear it first on KMA Talk Radio and cigar-coop.com.
This week, KMA is pleased to once again welcome our old buddy, Mr. William Cooper. Coop, what's happening?
Hey, guys. Good seeing you guys last week.
It was real cool seeing you. What a nice time to celebrate Cutter's 6th anniversary, do our 300 episode, see you. You did your podcast. It was a good time.
It was a great time. Yeah, really good time.
And you were working late into burning the midnight oil at Cutter's on Saturday, Coop. Yeah. Did the news really need to get that much more updated? I mean, could you have taken a break?
Well,
take a little time off?
The answer was yeah. And I was working on some stuff. What I was hearing down in Nicaragua, and it was more. I was trying to, and it was covering the stuff in Nicaragua from the States. It's very tough to confirm information, and when I can get hold of people at certain times, I get hold of them at certain times.
This is one dedicated guy. One dedicated guy.
Yeah.
Most def. So, Coop, what's happening in the news this week?
Well, why don't we kind of? There was some late news last night out of Nicaragua.
That's always good to hear. Hopefully, something positive.
Yeah, and it was actually good news. So I think folks, just kind of the Reader's Digest version. I think folks know earlier this week things really started to intensify in Nicaragua. Early in the week, there were actually 2 factories where protesters went into the factories looking for weapons, fear that the government was going to try to bring the military in to stop the protesting and the blockades that are going down there. And the blockades are just
the streets were empty. Didn't the workers go on strike? I mean, didn't the workers go on strike?
Right. So there was concurrently going on with this is the Catholic Church has been mediating talks with the opposition and the government. The talks broke down. They tried to restart the talks last Friday, and they gave Ortega a proposal, and Ortega had 48 hours to he said in 48 hours he'd respond. He didn't. And when that happened, some of the business owners basically called for this national strike. And that happened on Thursday, and the streets were, everything was empty in Esteli. And if you've been to Esteli, it's a vibrant city. At 7:30 in the morning, things are happening there. Yeah. So that included the cigar companies, where the factories were closed. Now, concurrently what happened, they were able to restart, the Catholic Church was able to restart these talks. And last night there was some good news that came out of it. The talks are focusing on two areas: human rights, which was talked about yesterday, and today they're going to be talking about democracy. And under the human rights thing, there has been an agreement where both sides have agreed to cease the violence. And at the same time, the government's agreed to bring in an international coalition to investigate what's happened with the 170 people being murdered during all this. That doesn't mean this is over yet, because they're clamoring for Ortega to get out of there. At the same time, and today, I think when they talk about the democracy piece in Nicaragua, things could take another turn again today. So, but it is some good news we've had out of Nicaragua, which we haven't had for about 2 months now.
Well, yeah, that's definitely something to get things started anyway. All right, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll get more with Coop right here on KMA Talk Radio. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram, too!
Yes, it's mandatory.
Bold and complex. That is the new Romeo San Andres by Romeo Julieta. Using the very best San Andres wrapper leaf available in the market, Rafael Nadal and AJ Fernandez collaborated together to create a new standard among San Andres cigars. Medium to full-bodied, this cigar is bountiful in both flavor and aroma. Available nationally for the first time, Romeo San Andres is a cigar you do not want to miss. Make sure to get one today at your local tobacconist. Romeo San Andres by Romeo Julieta.
Make your next bold journey an epic one. When it comes to cigars, only one brand delivers intense, unforgettable experiences: Camacho. In continuing this fearless tradition, Camacho brings you the newest addition to its arsenal of badass, the new Camacho BXP. Intense, box-pressed, and crafted with rugged American broadleaf fillers from Pennsylvania. Available in Connecticut, Corojo, and Ecuador. Outfit your next bold journey with the new Camacho BXP.
Sereno Royale Cigars, created at the La Corona Cigar Factory in Esteli, Nicaragua. Each artfully crafted blend comes to life under the watchful eye of master blender Omar Gonzalez Aleman and industry veteran Anthony Sereno. A combination of hand-selected tobaccos from the fertile soils of Esteli and Jalapa are aged for over 5 years and then draped with a luxurious wrapper leaf. A post-roll aging process of 2 additional years brings you an endlessly complex and balanced experience. Visit our website at serenocigars.com.
To affinity and beyond. That is where Affinity Cigars will take you. These mild to medium cigars use only the finest select high-grade Ecuadorian Connecticut tobacco, creating a cigar that delivers a smooth, rich, creamy smoke with the gentleness of a mother's touch. Affinity Cigars have become America's go-to cigar for that flavorful yet unintimidating smoking experience. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer.
When a child is diagnosed with cancer, their life and their family's life changes dramatically. Chemotherapy treatments, doctor visits, and trips to the hospital soon consume their time. The programs and services provided by the Kids Cancer Foundation make it possible for the foundation to meet the needs of our young patients and families. We could not provide these resources without your support. For more information and to find out how you can make a difference in the life of a child battling cancer, call 561-333-8116 or visit kidscancersf.org.
Sponsored by CLE Cigars. Lights, camera, action. Real Clips Barbershop brings you all that is good about old school barbershops in a new cinematic themed environment. Whether you need a traditional cut, fade, blowout, or even a straight razor hot towel shave, our master barbers will get you right. All while enjoying iconic scenes from some of your favorite movies, right from our video screens built into the mirrors. Visit realclipsbarbershop.com. That's real, R-E-E-L, clipsbarbershop.com for a location near you or to make an appointment. After one visit, we know you'll be back.
Monte Cristo has set the standard once again, turning back the hands of time by utilizing a long-forgotten, unique aging process that harmonizes the flavors of the wrapper, binder, and filler with the use of small pilones. Monte Cristo Epic Craft Cured is an exquisite cigar you must try now. Available nationally for the first time, Monte Cristo Epic Craft Cured features a 2006 Nicaraguan Rosado Oscuro wrapper that is both beautiful and distinctive. This cigar is a masterpiece no one should miss. Make sure you get one today at your local tobacconist. Monte Cristo Epic Craft Cured.
Since their humble beginnings in 1998, Drew Estate has believed that the production floor is the crossroads between art and passion, and where the real magic takes place. Drew Estate Master Blender Willie Herrera has crafted a unique medium-bodied line extension that is creamy, lush, and ultra-smooth, and finished off with a flawless shade wrapper that delivers satisfaction in spades. Continuing the story from their factory floor, it is with great bravado that the Drew Estate presents Under Crown Shade, a true Drew experience.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio. I'm Adam K. the Brewmeister. With me, of course, Honest Abe, AJ
Lapore.
And we are here talking to Mr. William Cooper himself of cigar-coop.com.
It's AJ, that's Lapore.
Hey.
Funny. Hey, that's the poor. No? All right.
Maybe.
All right.
Coop, so keep going, telling us what is happening in the news this week.
You know, it wasn't a great week for I don't want to say probably good news, but we lost two people in the cigar industry over the past weekend. The big name was Jano Ozgana, the founder of CAO Cigars.
Yeah,
I got word on Sunday night he had passed away at age 81.
Yeah.
And another gentleman by the name of Eric Hansen, who is the owner and founder of Hammer and Sickle Cigars. It's a brand that I say is a little more known in the Northeast, but was starting to get some traction nationwide. He passed away suddenly at the age of 45, which shocked a lot of people.
I didn't hear anything about him. Was it a heart attack? Was it an accident? Did you hear anything about him, Coop?
No one's talking.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I
That's not a good, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know him well, but I knew Chano and the Ozinger family very well. Chano was one of the nicest, humblest, one of the first great guys I was fortunate enough to meet this industry back about 20 years ago when I was getting started. I had this project that I wanted to do. We never got around to getting it off the ground, but we were looking for 5 companies, 5 manufacturers to be the exclusive guys to work on this project with me. I had another guy I was working with, and we were trying to pitch this project to let's see if these companies would support us, sponsor us by being an exclusive partnership and launch this company up. And we'd gone to Robbie Levine from Ashton, Ernesto Perez Carrillo, who was on his own at the time. The Nat Shermans alone, I talked with Billy Sherman, who actually did like the idea and support it, but out of everybody I met, Chano was the only one who looked at me and said, "You're not asking enough. This is brilliant. You need to get double the amount from all of us." Yeah, and that was my first really intimate experience with him. Got to know them well and was invited up to Nashville, and it's always sad to see somebody great like that go, and it leaves a void that's very, very hard to replace.
You know, Abe, he's one of the few guys when he left the industry, him and his son. They didn't come back. And, he focused a lot on philanthropic causes over the last few years. He was suffering from cancer for a while, it sounded like. So,
yeah.
Yeah. And, I go back, that CAO Maduro that came out in the late 90s. I look at that as a big game changer in the industry.
The Donald Douglas one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great...
Yeah.
What am I hearing? Is that rain? What are you eating? Chips? What are you doing down there?
No, stir.
Stop stirring.
We're on the radio, AJ.
Were you able to pick that up on the radio?
Yes.
It sounded like it was raining outside. So professional.
Special effects.
See,
we weren't supposed to tell anybody.
We let the guy in the studio. Look what happens. He starts making it rain.
Ugh.
You're not in a strip club, buddy. So, anyways,
what else is happening in the news this week, Coop?
I got a tangent.
A big cigar release has kind of started to make its way to the stores, and it's a new one by Dion Giolito, the Illusione one-off. And this cigar is actually a brand that Dion acquired about a year ago. And this brand kind of had a pretty big cult following going back about 15 years ago. The brand eventually became dormant. Dion took the brand. He's done some tweaking on the blending. He's moved production of that to the Topsa factory owned by Agarnartha Leaf. And he has now started to unroll his version or his interpretation of the one-off out to stores right now. So right now the cigars should be going to your local Illusione retailer, and it's as you speak right now.
I'm looking forward to trying that.
Have you had one yet, Coop, or did you find any samples anywhere?
I have not had it. Aaron, who works with me on the podcast, has had it. Okay. I've heard some positive things as far as that goes. That's very good.
Well, I mean, Dion is a heck of a blender, so I'm sure he really put some effort into making this another fine product. And that man does not know how to roll a bad cigar.
As Eric Espinosa says, all he knows is tobacco.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Eric praises Dion. Eric praises Dion for his tobacco knowledge. He says Dion is very much impressed him one night. He was like blown away.
Oh, absolutely. So what else is going on, Coop?
Davidoff, for their 50th anniversary, is bringing back the Davidoff Diademas Finis, which is a release that they had out back in 2006 to commemorate Zino Davidoff's 100th anniversary. The release is going to be in commemorative porcelain jars. It's going to feature 50th anniversary banding, which is different from the early release, which was unbanded. It's going to feature Ecuadorian Habano wrapper over Dominican binder and filler. And what's cool is like the porcelain jars. There are 4 versions of it. Each pay homage to a different region of the world right now. Oh. And these should be heading to your Davidoff retailers in July.
Very cool. Anything else going on in the news this week?
The other thing that's going on this week is it was actually in terms of the FDA right now. There is the FDA. It's looking like right now they're going. The cigar trade associations are going to be filing an appeal as far as challenging the decision that was made in the court case last month. So that's some interesting news. Now, as far as that appeal process goes, they are now asking for either an injunction or a delay on the whole situation with the warning labels until this is all fleshed out. So they're asking the court basically, hey, don't stop these warning labels. If we're going to be going and appealing this, it has some danger to the court. I was actually wondering, guys, if the whole situation in Nicaragua would eventually be with some leverage to actually delay the warning labels, just because I know that's affecting packaging right now.
If only anybody in the government was that smart or had any compassion, you might have a shot. This deadline in the court hearing is supposed to be the 25th, isn't it?
On which one? The warning label?
Yeah, I think the appeal, the judgment, the verdict's supposed to come out on the 25th. Yeah.
Well, there's another lawsuit with that going on in Texas, and that's supposed to be heard in court on the 25th.
That's what
what's happening. The FDA's been trying to combine the 2 lawsuits, and right now they're separate. And it's better that they're separate because if they combine them, then it's going to kind of get that Texas lawsuit gets thrown into the bucket in D.C., and that's not good.
Yeah, and we definitely wanted to stay in Texas and at least get some kind of an appellate court ruling going on that. Coop, what's happening this week on cigar-coop.com?
We're going to be getting back to some reviews this week because it's been a very busy week as far as news goes. So we'll have the Gran Habano Persian King review coming up, the Flor Dominicana Factory Press coming up, and we'll also have a review on the Macanudo Black. Inspirato Black.
Interesting.
Yep.
Look forward to that. I'm sure you got a lot of IPCPR prep coverage coming as well.
Are you going up? You're going up for the trade show, yeah?
Yes, I am.
Good for you.
Oh, yes. All right. That is Cigar-Coop. Make sure you check out cigar-coop.com for all the latest news and information. Coop, keep up the great work, especially on all the Nicaragua coverage, which is, unfortunately, highly undercovered by the national media.
Appreciate it, guys.
Take care, buddy.
That is cigar-coop.com for all the latest news and information and great reviews on quality cigars. And he's probably the one guy who's putting in the most work on covering Nicaragua and the heinous situation that is currently going on there.
He's a true journalist.
Exactly. Unlike us, where we are faux journalists. We pretend to give you information and and reviews about other interesting stuff. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we are going to drink some beer because you know what?
Are you doing a brew review?
We're doing a brew review.
Oh, nice.
We're going to drink some beer because, well, that's what I do best.
Nice.
I drink beer, and therefore I know things.
That literally is what you do best. You're half right.
Yes. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Once in a lifetime, something comes along that changes the game. That time is now. The Blast by Infinity is the most advanced, scientifically proven multi-purpose protectant on the market today. The Blast eliminates all smoke and odor on contact and creates a long-lasting barrier of protection. The Blast works on clothing, textiles, and hard surfaces. Water-based, non-toxic, hypoallergenic, 100% guaranteed. Safe for human and pets. Visit InfinityOdorShield.com.
Nestor Miranda has always believed it's not just cigars, it's a lifestyle. And the Nestor Miranda collection is handmade at My Father Cigars in Esteli, Nicaragua for your lifestyle. It doesn't matter if you're smooth like the Connecticut, mellow as a Habano, bold like the Maduro, or spicy like the all-new Corojo. The Nestor Miranda collection is blended with your lifestyle in mind. 4 sizes, 4 blends, 1 life. Celebrate your lifestyle with the cigars of the Nestor Miranda collection today.
Cigar enthusiasts, did you know your personal freedom to enjoy a fine cigar is affected by some form of smoking ban in all 50 states? Additionally, taxation on premium cigars is at its highest level in history, with some states taxing at an astronomical rate of 75%. Finally, there's a solution. CRA, Cigar Rights of America, is the first and only non-profit public advocacy association fighting for your freedom to enjoy a fine cigar. Don't just sit there. Become part of the solution. Become a CRA member today. Membership is only $35 a year. That's less than $3 a month. And as a special bonus, CRA will send you 2 limited edition cigars as a way to say thank you for joining. Visit cigarrights.org for more information and to become a member.
The Oliva family, the makers of some of the most affordable yet highest rated premium cigars available. For 7 straight years, Cigar Aficionado has rated Oliva as one of the best cigars of the year. And Oliva has a cigar for all smokers, from the newly released Gilberto Oliva Reserva to the bold and rich Oliva Serie V. Oliva cigars can be found at a tobacconist near you, so always ask for Oliva, an unbeatable value and uncompromising quality. The Oliva family of cigars.
A brand more than 100 years in the making, Particulares was established in Havana, Cuba in 1895, operating as an elite factory that would later introduce the world to classic brands such as Byron, Particulares, and even Monte Cristo. Now, Sindicato Cigars is proud to bring this historic brand back to life, partnering with the legendary Topsa factory in Esteli, Nicaragua, to reimagine this Cuban classic as a modern-day Nicaraguan puro. Transport yourself to a bygone era of Cuban nostalgia with Particulares by Sindicato. For more information, visit Sindicato.com.
Monitor 3 humidors at once from one simple device. Caring for your cigars is easy with the new PuroTemp wireless hygrometer from Xikar. You now have the ability to monitor the humidity and temperature in 3 humidors without even having to open them. Ensure protection by setting simple alerts that will warn you when your cigars are not in the optimal environment. Like everything Xikar, this is backed by their lifetime warranty. Stop by your local tobacconist to purchase yours today. Xikar, for life.
To affinity and beyond. That is where Affinity Cigars will take you. These mild to medium cigars use only the finest select high-grade Ecuadorian Connecticut tobacco, creating a cigar that delivers a smooth, rich, creamy smoke with the gentleness of a mother's touch. Affinity Cigars have become America's go-to cigar for that flavorful yet unintimidating smoking experience. Visit SindicatoCigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live here in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. I am Adam K., the Brewmeister. With me, of course, the man, the myth, the legendary figure himself, Mr. Honest Abe. And that's Lapore.
Howdy, howdy.
I
like that, EJ. That's Lapore.
That's Lapore.
That's Lapore.
Like club music going on there. Yeah? No, don't dance.
No.
Stop right there. Freeze. In the name of the law, freeze.
Maybe. All right.
Do we have a brew review audio? I think we used to.
We used to, but we don't. I asked before we did the
fell through the cracks somewhere in the JVC or now VCMG.
Yes, during the many things, different things.
You know as well as I do that you will be drunk tonight.
Okay, that works.
That works.
We'll take it.
We'll take it. Yes. All right. All right. We're gonna start with the tall one on your left. So basically, it's summertime, and what we're looking for is
the one that says save $2.
Yeah.
$2 off. Last call.
Last call.
were you bargain buying? Were you bargain?
No. Listen. I wanted to get it before it was gone.
Where's the camera? Save $2.
Yeah, a little closer.
I can't get that much closer. Hey, my arm's not that
right
long.
There.
There you go.
Yes, it's your local save $2. Your
so
local.
what is this beer we're drinking here?
What you have here? This is an Amagang. This is from Amagang in New York, which is one of my favorite breweries. They all they do is Belgian style beers, much like our friend Kevin from Barrel of Monks. These guys are in the same kind of a vein. So what we have here is this is the short sleeve saison. And
now, is there a theme to these beers, or did you just grab 3 cans in a store?
Never. I spent 20-30 minutes walking up and down the aisles trying
What's
to find
the theme we got going on with these 3 beers?
The theme we're going with here is refreshment.
For the camera. Oh, it's refreshing?
Summer refreshing. These are not heavy beers.
So
there's no stouts. There's no porters. All of these are more light, crisp, and they have a really refreshing just aftertaste, and they're enjoyable to drink.
Wow.
And you're not gonna have an overwhelming just feel of just like where you have like a heavy beer that's just like a Guinness where it just sits there and just like a lead in the
like drinking molasses. Okay.
Exactly.
So this is it's called a short sleeve saison.
Yes.
Now for our listeners who haven't had the luxury of listening to the Brewmeister, explain the definition of a saison again.
All right, a saison is a Belgian style of beer that basically it's a very heavy on the yeast.
I could taste the yeast on that.
Especially once you get it to open up. And basically it's a Belgian style yeast. It doesn't have a lot of hop character to it. It's just it's a very yeasty, it comes from a lot of the grains where you get the profile out of.
Very carbonated.
Yes.
Extra carbonated.
Yes, you also find that in a lot of saisons. You get a lot of carbonation. It's just a little extra. But what that comes from, it's from the yeast. Because the yeast is a very active yeast, so it continually is always propagating the grains, especially through the mash.
So if we were going to smoke a cigar with this one here, I mean, would the same cigar be relative for all of these?
No, because all of these have very different characteristics. Like
there you have it. Okay. So what would you pair up with
this? This would definitely go well with an Affinity Connecticut. This is definitely a Connecticut shade cigar, a Padron 64 anniversary, something in that vein, but nothing overwhelming, nothing too strong. No Maduros.
Now, when you said an anniversary, you meant a natural one.
A 64 natural anniversary.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, not the Maduro anniversary. Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
But yes, so there you go. That's the short sleeve saison from our good friends over at Amagang.
Amagang, all right. Amagang in it? No? Okay. All right. Next one.
Next up, we'll go with the one in the yellow can there.
What is that one? Show that to our...
All right. Get that on the camera there. Yeah, this is from Flying Fish. This is a farmhouse summer ale. So basically this one is particularly one that they have out for just summer in general. And when they say farmhouse...
Are they all seasonal or just that one?
They're all seasonal.
So these are all just like here for the summer and...
except for the last one we're going to get to. That's a regular production one. So basically, when they say farmhouse ale, what that comes from is it's an open fermentation. It's not for everybody.
Yeah, that one that says on... didn't go by.
I poured too much too, so...
Yeah, I know, that was my problem. I had to drink it. I had to empty out the cup, yeah. So here,
it's okay, Colin and I will finish him. Colin likes it, right? Yeah. Now, what you're going to notice here is this one has a much different character to it. What you're going to see is that it's really... it's
oh no! You got to finish your cup, son. Yep. Look at him! No! You don't get to drink out of the can. No. Finish the cup.
Yes.
Children in the studio.
Now you'll notice with this one, it's a very light, it's a very crisp once again, and it's got a very mellow character to it.
But when you say crisp and refreshing, I'm picturing something not so bitter. These are kind of bitter beers.
Really? I don't consider any bitterness in this one at all. Or in the other one.
No, this one's way less.
Oh, yeah.
The other one way more. But they're still a little bitter.
Well, I mean, what you're getting out of that is the hop character.
Okay.
So this one has a little bit more of a hop character, but this one also was done with open fermentation, and that's when you have a farm-style ale. You're getting the character that comes from an open fermentation. You're getting a lot of outside things from the outside can actually often affect it, even though you're in a sterile environment. So, but I'm surprised you guys didn't like this.
Did you pour another big cup? What if you didn't like this one either?
No, the foam was still in from the first one. There's not a lot of beer in there. There's like that much beer.
Invalid argument.
See, if you notice, you get a lot
This
of
one's
lemon.
better.
You get a little bit of a lemony.
It is very.
This is refreshing.
I taste
citrusy.
I definitely taste the citrus in this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what that comes out of the character from that. All right. So finally, what we have here is the Ballast Point Sculpin. Now, this is Sculpin is what put Ballast Point on the map. And
where is Ballast Point?
It's in California.
It's so much on the map, I don't know where it is.
Well, Ballast Point. Ballast Point is the brewery in California, and the Sculpin is their award-winning Sculpin. And they do a lot of different varieties.
What is a Sculpin?
It's an IPA.
No, I mean, is the word mean anything in specific? Or you don't know?
That I don't know.
Okay, it's just called this. Yes, we don't know. You're right. That was funny. Actually.
Very fancy cans, might I add. There's a lot of artwork on here.
Now, with this one, you're going to notice that it's got a lot.
Well, I think the microbrewery industry learned, like, from the cigar industry and a couple of things, that
they don't have a boring can.
Packaging sells.
Packaging is important.
You know, packaging sells. The Pabst Blue Ribbon.
The light bulb
went off. Pabst Blue Ribbon was ahead of its time.
Especially when there's so many different breweries that are popping up all over the place. That are just coming up out of nowhere. You have to find a way to make yourself stand out.
Oh, this is an India Pale Ale?
Yeah.
Aren't these really bitter?
Yeah. This one's a little bit. It's not. It's like a 45% on the IBU.
So basically, about 3 beers that I wouldn't enjoy on any level.
I thought for sure you were going to like the Flying Fish.
It's the one I'm pretty sure I'm going to like the most out of all of these.
Yeah.
The Flying Fish is actually something I would drink, and I could have and not be actually enjoy it on some level, but. Yeah, that first one and this one. What is this fish on the back?
Yeah,
dude, I still have foam in my cup from the first one.
you poured it incorrectly. You got to pour it at just the right angle. Come on, you figured you would have known how to pour it.
All right, we're gonna try this. So tell us. So I put Ballast Point on the map.
Yes, basically the Sculpin basically won a lot of beer awards. See, you get that nice crisp can open. Oh yeah,
here we go.
That's music. That's a music to the ears of people.
It's a very urine-colored beer.
Well, yeah. Basically, what that comes from is the grain bill they use in that, and this one's going to have a lot.
I mean,
of
it's like a neon yellow. It's a very
vivacious.
It's a very vivacious yellow. Yes.
Most definitely. It's very vivacious.
I'm kind of anticipating I'm not going to enjoy this one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's go. Here we go. Oh yeah, that's an IPA.
But as you know, obviously, it is a little on the bitter side. But for those of us who enjoy the bitter, this is just a very refreshing, crisp beer. They do a lot of different variations on this. They do a grapefruit Sculpin, a pineapple Sculpin.
It's well balanced. It's not overly bitter.
Not at all.
It's just the bitter. It's the most bitter out of the 3 we've drank. Now, we didn't say what cigars you'd pair with the Flying Fish.
So now, once again, with the Flying Fish, I would go something like the Nat Sherman 1930. Or also the Ipicas.
Ipica. I like that cigar. It's such a under the radar. Nobody. I don't think I've ever seen one social media post or anybody talk about the Epica cigar or Ipica or however you correctly pronounce it. But I like that cigar.
It's a great cigar.
When that cigar came out, that was one of the cigars at the trade show that year that I said, "Ooh, this is gonna be a good one."
Yeah, it's a good one.
Absolutely.
And nobody got no traction.
It's so
packaging name, who knows, but. It got no traction.
That's the fun thing about the cigar industry. You can walk into a trade show and you think this is the best thing ever. If it's going to be phenomenal, the packaging looks great, the names look great, the cigar is phenomenal, and then just off the cliff.
Yeah, it happens.
It's what happens.
It happens.
What we can do. But yes, I would definitely get one of those. For the Ballast Point, if you're looking for something like that, the Matilde Quadrata is something I would go for in that lane.
That's a nice pair.
Yes.
That's a great cigar, too.
Mm-hmm. So it's a little bit stronger. But it's still in the medium to mild.
We need to get them on the show. Actually,
it's
been a while.
Yeah,
Enrique. Let's see if we can get Jose.
Jose.
Be nice to get him on the show.
Yeah, we can get him out of the Dominican. If we can get him out of the Dominican.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to do a live remote. Ka-ching.
Hey.
AJ got excited.
Very excited.
Listen, there's only one word you need to know when you get down there. It's hola.
Hola.
That's all you got to do.
¿Cómo estás?
Hola.
Tickle, tickle, tickle.
There you go.
That never gets old.
No, it never does. Heather Payne, as I'm going to call her, has now been immortalized on KMA Talk Radio, like forever.
Tickle, tickle, tickle.
And there you have it.
She is.
Oh, brother. Good grief.
All right, good choice in the beers. Good job. My vote, if you're going to drink anything here, the Flying Fish would be the one I enjoy the most.
Quality farmhouse ale. Make sure you check them out at
Now, they're not regional. They're national.
Oh, absolutely.
So anybody anywhere in the country can find these beers.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
What's your top pick?
Sculpin. Absolutely. Sculpin any day, but
I like this too.
Absolutely. But if you're into saisons, the Amagang, it's like a more a little much in the coriander, but you can get a lot more crazy saisons that are out there that are really just amazing.
Good stuff.
Make sure you check out Flying Fish. Amagang. Free plug from here at the Brewmeister. Make sure you get into good beer because it's worthwhile.
Allison Trainer, thank you. A Sculpin, which you didn't know, Brewmeister. You've been outdone by Allison Trainer.
Okay.
Is a type of fish, which is obviously the one that's on the back of that can.
Probably.
That belongs to the superfamily Catoidea in the order of Scopeniiformes.
Gazoon type.
Yeah. As of 2006.
And now you know.
The superfamily contained, and I don't know. She stopped talking. But yeah, I guess it's the fish. That's what it is.
See, Adam,
so now we know what a sculpin is.
I'm not into fish.
Thank you, Allison Trainer.
2006 was a good year.
Now you know. Well done.
Yes. All right. When we come back this week, we'll see who belongs in a cigar insane asylum. Brought to you by our good friends over at CLE and Asylum Cigars. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Recognized and respected throughout the cigar industry, Eric Espinoza and his La Zona factory in Esteli, Nicaragua are committed to creating cigars of superior quality with the perfect combinations of flavor and strength for every palate. So whether it's the 93 rated La Ranja Reserva, the 92 rated 601s, the Murcielago, or the Espinoza Habano, Crema, or Especial, Espinoza Premium Cigars has the right cigar for you. The next time you're ready for a truly unique cigar experience, ask for Espinoza Cigars.
A brand more than 100 years in the making, Particulares was established in Havana, Cuba in 1895, operating as an elite factory that would later introduce the world to classic brands such as Byron, Particulares, and even Monte Cristo. Now, Sindicato Cigars is proud to bring this historic brand back to life, partnering with the legendary Topsa factory in Esteli, Nicaragua to reimagine this Cuban classic as a modern-day Nicaraguan puro. Transport yourself to a bygone era of Cuban nostalgia with Particulares by Sindicato. For more information, visit Sindicato.com.
Hey fools, how about a game of Cutthroat? It's your funeral. That's my kind of game. Arnold, I hope your pool playing is better than your choice of cigars. What do you mean? Wow, tough crowd. Here, try this Recluse cigar. You're gonna need all the help you can get. Don't be stingy. Let me get one of those. Recluse. Wow, that's a good smoke. Now I can bring my A game. I think you should stick with that Recluse cigar and work on your B game, because you don't have an A game. And I know a little something about games. Boom. Ooh, that's cold.
Mike Bellady has collaborated with industry legends Don Pepin Garcia, Manuel Quesada, and Ernesto Perez Carrillo to make some of the industry's most highly touted cigars. Through his company, MLB Cigars, Mike brings you 4 incredible and unique blends. Imperia Islero, Imperia Aventador, and the David P. Ehrlich Tremont. MLB Cigars are made with the best minds in the industry. Visit us at MLBCigarVentures.com and follow us on social media. Imperia and David P. Ehrlich Cigars. Developed by legends, smoked by connoisseurs.
Quality and value are always the two biggest determining factors for consumers when making buying decisions. Casa Bella by Sindicato Cigars offers superior flavor, quality construction, and an affordable everyday price. Completely handmade in the Dominican Republic, these value-priced, smooth yet flavorful cigars are comprised of Dominican and Nicaraguan filler tobaccos, and they're available in natural and Maduro wrappers. Visit SindicatoCigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Casa Bella cigars.
Sereno Royale cigars, created at the La Corona Cigar Factory in Esteli, Nicaragua. Each artfully crafted blend comes to life under the watchful eye of master blender Omar Gonzalez Aleman and industry veteran Anthony Sereno. A combination of hand-selected tobaccos from the fertile soils of Esteli and Jalapa are aged for over 5 years and then draped with a luxurious wrapper leaf. A post-roll aging process of 2 additional years brings you an endlessly complex and balanced experience. Visit our website at serenocigars.com.
Insurance companies have a very unique business model that the general public doesn't understand. Insurance companies make profit only one way, taking in premiums and paying out less on claims than they take in premiums. In doing this, they oftentimes deny legitimate people with viable claims fair compensation.
We know accidents happen. They happen every day. The good thing about insurance is it helps people do the right thing when they've caused accidents. You know, if I cause an accident, the first thing I want to do is make sure the person is okay, the person's taken care of. The insurance gives us the ability to do the right thing. Unfortunately, the insurance company treats people like statistics instead of human beings. And that's why you need an experienced attorney to make sure the insurance company does the right thing.
800-866-LAWS. Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting Long Beach Gardens. I'm Adam here, the Brewmeister. Getting ready to wrap up episode number 301.
301. It's going to be a long road to 400.
99 more to go to 400.
Long road to 400.
Start keeping your tallies now.
That's, you know, if we don't really miss too many shows, that's like over 2 years from now.
Yeah.
Before we do episode 400.
That was a great trip. I hope we take another trip soon.
Hopefully by 400 we'll be flying.
Hopefully we'll have someone paying for all the expenses.
Yes.
For all of that.
Yes, we'll be flying.
Yeah. That'd be nice. We can always hope.
Very
But
nice.
yes, special thanks to Kurt Van Campbell for being our Meet Your Maker for today's episode.
Always a good guy to talk to, Kurt, man. Really down-to-earth guy. You know, I've been in this industry a long time and dealt with Kurt pretty much since he started his company. One of the guys I can honestly say is always a pleasure to deal with, and a good businessman, and you know, I'm happy for his success.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Kurt.
Also want to, once again, before we exit, welcome our new sponsors of KMA Talk Radio, Alec Bradley Cigars. You know, all our fans out there who enjoy this show, it'd be very hard to do without the help from our sponsors. So next time you're in your local brick and mortar, show some of our sponsors a little bit of love. If you like one of their sticks, buy it again. If you haven't tried one of our sponsor cigars, give it a shot. You know, no one ever discovered anything new not trying. So.
Well, understood.
No, I'm just trying to...
no one ever discovered anything new by not trying.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that statement?
No,
did it not meet the Coochie code of statements?
No, I was just trying to think that was a very profound thing to say. I was very impressed by it.
It looked
Well
like you were
done.
giggling. Didn't it look like he was giggling? He was giggling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was,
he looked like he was
that was not a giggle. That was a... no.
Colin's got white headphones. What happened with the pink ones? I missed those.
They're over here somewhere.
Oh, you got them.
They're in
still?
there
Nice
somewhere.
one.
They're around here. They were around here somewhere. Yeah. All right, let's see this week who belongs in a Cigar Insane Asylum.
Welcome to the Cigar Asylum,
Did you know I'm utterly insane? We all go a little mad sometimes.
where logic and reason cease to exist.
That's good beer. This week, who belongs in a Cigar Insane Asylum, brought to you by CLE and Asylum Cigars.
This one is pretty interesting. This week's inductee was looking just to have a little bit of fun. Just a little bit. A Minnesota woman, Minnesota, had a memorable time at a music festival this past weekend, but no one would blame her if she'd rather forget about it. That's a normal feeling when you get your head, let me repeat this word in case anybody out there didn't catch it, your head stuck in a truck's exhaust pipe for 45 minutes. Yes, Caitlin Strom was in Winstock County Music Festival in the town of Winstead on Friday when she decided to go where few people have gone before. We were all just having fun, and I saw this big exhaust pipe, and I was like, hey, I bet my head could probably fit in that, she told the press, and so she tried it, and it did fit. but it didn't want to come back out.
Yes.
There was an estimated 45 minutes her head was stuck inside the tailpipe of this truck, and she was finally rescued when firefighters used a power saw.
I gotta tell you,
I'm just picturing the silence and the darkness and the mustiness of my head being stuck in this pipe as I hear a power saw coming to save me. What's going on? What are you saying to yourself?
What I want to know is, what did the guy who actually owned that truck have to say about it?
I know exactly what he said. You buy me a new tailpipe. That's exactly what he said to her.
But with more of a Minnesota accent.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's
I don't know how to even do that one.
Yeah, nobody does.
It's just, the UP, yeah. So,
Yes.
Wow.
Although she was unharmed by her close encounter with the tailpipe, the McLeod County Sheriff Office cited her for underage drinking. So obviously this girl was not even 21. Surprised if she makes it to 21 at this rate, but yeah, she wasn't 21. She was escorted from the festival once she was freed, but her exhausting experience lives on thanks to the video posted on Facebook, which has already had more than 2.3 million views.
It's not every day you see a girl with her head in a tailpipe of a truck.
Congratulations, you pipehead, Caitlin Strom. You are definitely this week's inductee into the Cigar Insane Asylum. Brought to you once again by the fine folks of CLE and Asylum Cigars.
How in the world have you ever looked at somebody and said, "Hey, I should put my head in something"?
It's the same people who said, "Oh, I wonder how deep this goes before I can actually hit the garbage disposal."
It's a very funny retardation.
Yes, it is a very funny retardation. Holy cow! She definitely is this week's inductee into the Cigar Insane Asylum.
Somebody needs to tell her right now, please don't reproduce.
Listen, I've always been a proponent. Listen, you need a license to go hunting.
Mm-hmm.
You need a license to go fishing. You need a license to go driving. I just say that birthrights should be stripped at birth, and you need to apply at some point in your life if you want to procreate.
Now, who can argue with that?
I don't think there's anything. My wife, I get so disgusted every time I talk about this, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
I think it's a great idea.
It sounds very, what's that future movie? Attica or whatever. Gattaca or Gattaca or...
well, Gattaca is a good example of that, but also the book, Aldous Huxley's book. Now I got the author, but I can't even think of the name.
Yeah, because everybody always remembers the author first.
Yeah. Brave New World?
I don't know, but it's very Gattaca-ish, but I don't see a problem with it. I'm not saying that everybody's got to be wealthy. You just got to show you're of sound mind.
Mm-hmm.
You make sure that you or your child won't kill yourself. And then, you can provide a baseline life for a child.
That you actually have the understanding of what you're getting into as the responsibilities of, okay, now I'm in charge
telling you,
of this.
if that ever came to a vote, I'm all for it.
I will.
Huh? What do you say?
You should
know. Perfect example. Paul's DNA should stop. I shouldn't say that. He's pregnant now, so it's too late. We'll now rejoice in the
Congratulations, buddy.
the child of Paul.
Yes. Oh, yes. All right. So, fun and plans for the weekend?
Where's Paul?
Father's Day. We got going to a brunch. Me and the family going to a brunch on Father's Day. Are you a father of you know of yet?
No.
Not yet.
Not yet. I do have a dog, though.
Yeah, I love the dog people. Mother's Day and Father's Day. Yeah, I'm a father. I got a dog.
Yeah. No.
No, going for brunch. Nothing big deal, Who knows? Probably get a tie and some socks.
I thought you were getting a grill. You said last week you were getting a grill.
I hinted.
That you wanted a grill?
I said, wow, a new grill would be a great Father's Day. Because, ours is, shot to bed. It's done. It's finished. It's, literally on, oxygen tanks and what do they call that? The breathes for
life
you.
Support.
The breathes for you. What do they call that machine that breathes for you in the hospital? That pumps the air in and out of your lungs. Respirator, ventilator, whatever it is. The thing's dying. I don't think you cook a hot dog on that grill. It's finished. The grill is finished.
You can't cook a hot dog.
No, I'm telling you. So we were trying to cook something. I'm yeah, man, new grill would be great. So I don't know if that seed planted well or not. We'll find out Friday. I'll let you guys know next week.
Let us know on Monday, and
if I
know where we're going next weekend.
If I end up with a new grill or not.
Yeah.
That being said,
that should be nice.
Yes, and of course I got to call Pops and make sure he's doing good up in Chi-Town.
Is he actually there? Or is he traveling still?
No, he'd gotten back from Cancun, then he came down here for 2 weeks with Mom, and now he's just chilling in the blistering heat of Chicago.
Yeah, what is up with that?
Dude, it's everything. I mean, I'm kind of hate to say it, but it kind of almost makes you believe in global warming.
So, are you trying to tell me?
Look, let me tell you something. I grew up in Chicago, and I'm telling you, Halloween, as a young child, I'm talking about anywhere between 6 and 12. Halloween, I remember trick or treating in snow.
Mm-hmm.
I remember trick or treating while it's snowing. Turkey Bowl, football on Thanksgiving, almost every year we had snow.
Hell yeah!
It doesn't snow till January now. They don't even have a white Christmas, and the weather doesn't get bad till February. So I don't know what. I mean, maybe the Earth on its axis, and but I'm telling you, man, the weather is weird.
Yes, and as we continued having all this rain, let's prepare for another fun and exciting hurricane season. Brought to you in part.
I was getting ready to build an ark last week. I was so out of control down here. I actually post on Facebook. I can't take this anymore.
God bless the people of Seattle.
I don't know how they do, but that's why they have
6 months of the year.
9 months of the year.
Oh, God.
That's why they have the highest suicide rate.
That's
you know
true,
that?
too.
Yes.
I did hear that.
I'd be depressed looking at that all day, too.
Oh, yeah.
And if you are depressed, make sure you call the suicide hotline and
yes,
get help.
there is help.
It is
on a serious note this week, too,
Yeah, it's, there's been way too much trauma with all of that in the world. But next week here on KMA Talk Radio, Justo Iroa of JRE Tobacco will be our guest.
Actually, brother.
Yes, of Christian Iroa.
Brother of Christian Iroa.
We will see what
he's like the Alec, not the Billy Baldwin. He's like the equivalent of Billy Baldwin to Alec Baldwin.
So he's not.
AJ doesn't get that joke.
He's not even good as Stephen Baldwin.
No, he's the Billy Baldwin.
He's Billy Baldwin.
Stephen Baldwin was on The Apprentice.
Even worse. All right, till next week, and as always, keep it lit.
Paul the producer, the best we could afford.
Dear little buttercup, sweet little buttercup, my little buttercup, I love you.
Paul the producer. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Awarded the 2014 Nicaraguan Cigar of the Year with numerous 90-plus ratings.